told you that has duped you. And if I was speaking a lie, I wouldn't have said this in front of everyone. I wouldn't have that audacity to say that in front of a group call. I have never said it to anybody that I would have nominated you. So somebody said that, and everyone went with that narrative and got into your head and duped you. So it's fine. I just wanted to make that thing clear.
Well, it wasn't just someone, it was a bunch of people.
Yes, that's what
And
I said. Like someone said that thing and everyone took that narrative to throw me under the bus just to escape nomination. And if I was lying, I wouldn't have the audacity to say this in front of a call because, of course, I would get caught.
but
So you,
the thing about that is it was also people who weren't up for nomination.
I know, but then I know that you have said that people from both sides of the house said that this to you that I would have put you up, but then I can vouch that I have never said that to anyone. But then it's fine. You made your decision. It's
I'm kind of confused about something because it seems like a trend. It seems kind of weird because when I was nominated, multiple people tried to throw me under the bus by, saying that I spread the Anna Collin trio chat rumor. And now it seems like that, Cronoy saying that, is spread by multiple people. I mean, I just think it's weird because, it just seems like there's a group of people who are obviously pushing certain narratives to people. I think it's just kind of weird to me. This is the second time I've heard something like this. And I feel like
I swear I did not say that to anybody, and it is only my words that you can believe. But then I have no reason to lie. I swear, like I did not say this to anybody, and I have nothing else to prove this on. Someone used that, and everybody jumped into that narrative. I never said it to a single person that I would nominate you.
also, can I ask why hasn't I would just like to know why haven't, if y'all are this concerned, I guess why haven't you guys come to the people instead of just throwing them under a bus? 'Cause especially if you're safe this week, I guess what was the it seems like if you're safe this week and you're pushing this I'm confused. I guess the game stuff, but it seems like there seems to be you're saying multiple people and it seems like a group of people who are spreading rumors and pushing it, and then people are just believing it. Why is no one cross fact checking with each other? Everyone's saying it's quiet, and I'm just confused. It's actually very interesting to me. I didn't even know about.
Can I get in on the conversation really quick? If there's multiple people doing this and there's been multiple lies going around throughout this game, I've had lies spread about me. Jinx knows this very well. I went straight to Jinx and we talked it out. And I'll be upfront, the person that told me that lie about you, Jinx, was Haley. Haley's gone out of this game, so it's obviously still not Haley. Nick, if you're comfortable with it,
Haley?
do you want to put it out there? Haley's the one that told me about that.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, you can tell.
Also, just before that, also one of the things that was spread is a alliance that was completely fabricated out of nowhere, saying that myself, Jason, Haley, Colin, and Anna had an alliance, which was never true by any means. So it is fully crafted out of nowhere.
And somebody spread around that Colin was saying that I was pushing the girl narrative week 1, saying that I was saying a girl's not going up this week, and I apparently knew all this information from Amanda, which wasn't true. People asked me, and all I said was, I personally don't think a girl's going up because of what Pranoy said to Amanda during the sellout ceremony, or during the Ringmaster thing. And that's all I went based off.
Correct.
Because no one said anything. And then somebody pushed that Colin said that I was the one pushing the narrative. So
All I'm saying is, Nick, if you're comfortable with it, are you close to these people, or do you want to put them on blast?
This is getting to the point where Big Brother, we do this. This is maybe. Listen, maybe this is fun to y'all because it is fun. I've done this before in games. I have, but
I threw my source.
Everyone is here comparing notes, so you kind of aren't getting away with it.
Yes, if you had given the reason that okay, I'm nominating you, Pranoy, because we haven't talked much, or I don't like you, that's fine. That I would have been fine with that. But then you saying that I tried to set up calls with you and made you uncomfortable, and
Okay, I
that
didn't
you
say that. I didn't say that you particularly made me uncomfortable. I said getting on calls makes me uncomfortable.
no,
And I
you
feel
said
like
that
that's
I
what
tried. Yeah, you said that I tried to.
I did
Okay.
say that you tried to call me, and I said that getting on calls makes me uncomfortable. I guess
Yeah.
that was on me for not like portraying that properly. But what I meant by
Thank you
that
for
is
recognizing that. I appreciate it. Thank you.
what I meant to say was you wanted to call. I don't feel comfortable getting on calls.
No, but then I never like tried to tell you that let's get on a call. It was you who suggested it, you know.
But you
If you
initiated it by wanting to call.
No, I said I'm here if you want to talk, and then you said, okay, I can call in like 20 minutes. So
This was
the
based off of a previous conversation where you said if you want to call, I'm down to call.
I have no, I have checked our DMs. I have
And I've
really
checked
checked
our
our
DMs
DMs.
as well.
There has never been a single instance of the word call or ringing from my instance ever. If you just, I think you are probably, if you just go back, because like I'm 100% confident, like you can just like go back now and just check, because like we haven't spoken much. So it's not that there's a lot of back and forth messages. I think you probably have like overlooked it, because like I have never said that.
I feel like the whole call thing is just like a misunderstanding though. Like I feel like you probably both just misunderstood the situation, and like I don't think anyone thinks that Pranoy is a bad person for wanting to call with Nick, because like that's a part of like what you have to do is like call people. So I feel like it was just a misunderstanding, and you guys were maybe gonna call and then didn't end up calling, but it doesn't seem like it's like a negative like on either end.
I was gonna say what Noah said because it really doesn't. It really just seems like a miscommunication at this point. And I also think like I personally see you as a very positive and wonderful presence in this game. I don't see you. I haven't. I would. You know what? I'm definitely out of this group of people because I'm not hearing what Nick is hearing, and some of us are not either. Either some of us are lying, which game, or we're
Correct.
all not hearing what this group of people who seem to influence certain people in this game do. I mean, I've heard a few. It seems like there's like. I mean, I was calling this out earlier to you guys. There's a group out there, and maybe I'm talking to some of y'all right now, but it's not. It's kind of perplexing because we're all talking about this, and each one of us is becoming affected. It's going in a circle.
Can I add something to the conversation?
Also,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
I
Good.
will
Go.
Yes,
say
of
too,
course.
it's interesting that people are blaming. It was Haley who told you, right?
It was
But
Haley that told me.
I have also heard people try to blame things on Lane and other people in the past who've gone. So I'm not. I'm personally shocked that Haley would say that because I have I was close with Haley. Like we were like we talked.
Who has that background noise?
Oh, that's me. My parents are watching football. I mean,
So
Oh no.
I'm personally, it's funny because I do believe you, Colin. Like we've established that, like we've talked to each other about this. Like we cleared it up.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't believe you. I'm just a little
And
perplexed here. There's some pieces not adding up.
the only reason I didn't want to put Haley on blast that week is because I was already pretty sure she was leaving, and like I'll be upfront, I knew Haley from the past, and that's a pre-connection that's gone for me. Whatever, she was my only pre-connection in the game that I knew, and I just didn't feel right like betraying her in that sense when I already knew she was leaving. But I mean, it doesn't even matter now, and I'll also put it out there. Olivia, she's the one that told me that she had a one-on-one call with you where you told her that.
Wait, sorry. What you said I had a one-on-one call with who?
Haley, and she's the one that told me that you were spreading stuff about me. Right
Okay,
before she left.
I had heard from other people that you were really tight with people, but I never spread any false information about like you being in an alliance or anything.
No, I just want to like lay that out there at this point. Like, if we're laying everything out there, I'm laying everything out there too. It's just there's a common theme of people lying in this game, and no one's wanting to step up to it. And Nick, I'm gonna be 100% with you too. People have came to me and told me that they're not really talking much with you. I don't know if that's like a two-way street. I know I haven't had a lot of conversations with you, but you're sitting here saying a lot of people have come to you and told you stuff about Pranoy. So that means either you're lying or all of these people are lying. So I don't understand where
Are
all
you
this
talking to me?
miscommunication.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm talking to Nick right now. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I want to find out where this miscommunication is coming from because it's getting to the point.
I think what Yeah, sorry to interrupt, Colin. Like, I think what has happened is like I think someone spread that lie about me to you, Nick, and probably other people got to hear it, and they probably just jumped onto that narrative, because like I am completely bewildered with that statement uh, that you have heard this from both sides of the house. And of course I know if I was in your position and a lot of people were telling me that people would have nominated me, that would have made me nervous. So it's not that like I'm angry with you, but then I just want to tell you that what you have heard is false, and people have just like jumped into that narrative and gone with it. It's a lie, complete utter lie.
Or, and I think too, I think it could also just be people twisting stuff, and then I don't know what it is, because it's so binary to me. Maybe because I'm non-binary, but it's so binary to me. Like, it seems like it either has to be a lie or a truth. It has to be something in the middle. Because finding out that Haley and that you guys were that's another thing to me, because there's a lot of pre-connections in this game. And I think it's not like I'm saying like complaining. I think it adds a really interesting dynamic to the game for me. So it's a different kind of game. And that's very, very obvious. So it seems like either there's a group of pre-connected people who are spreading this, who are very cohesive and able to influence, or there is a group of people who are connected to pre-connected people who have information from people they're connected to and creating something. It seems like there has to be a group somewhere.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, all of us are here, so like we're laying it out. And like I said, Nick, if you're comfortable with it, like obviously there's this group of people that are here spreading all of these lies.
Absolutely. If you feel comfortable.
Sorry, they're being loud.
People be lying, Big Brother. This is Big Brother. I get it, but like,
it's getting to the point where the lies are obnoxious, though, in my opinion.
Here's my thing.
Well,
here's my thing on it. Sorry, my parents are being loud as fuck because their football team is losing.
That's fine.
Gotta love the Kansas City Chiefs.
If my biggest thing right now is I play very loyal, and anybody who's played a game with me knows that I play very loyal. Sorry. And I don't feel comfortable throwing people under the bus that trusted me enough to give me this information. Whether that's lying to me or not, then that'll be my downfall. But if somebody's already, like, from what I'm hearing coming at me, and if Portnoy stays, I'd assume Portnoy is going to be coming after me, which is understandable because I put him up. And I don't need Portnoy coming after me, but also all these people I threw under the bus coming after me because I threw them under the bus.
I understand.
But you're okay with people duping you and fooling you.
Like I said, if I'm being duped, if I'm being fooled, then that's on me. If I'm not, then
I
it's
just have
better that I don't say that.
I mean, it's fine, but then I just have to tell you, like hopefully you wouldn't get into a position where I am. Like, suppose like next week someone spreads a lie about you, and someone nominates you just for the sake of it. How would you feel?
But like, my thing is, at this point in the game, I feel like I'm gonna get targeted anyways by people, for the simple fact that this is my third comp win. I apparently haven't been talking to anybody. Everybody thinks that I'm being duped or whatever. I feel like those few people that are telling me things that I need to be trusting at the moment, I can't just like turn my back on them and do that. And I feel like if you guys were in the same position where you had won 3 comps and everybody in the house is seemingly mad at you for not telling this information, you would not tell the information, because all it does is give those people more ammo. And I'm not saying that anybody on this call is targeting me or not, but like, it would give the people that aren't talking to me more ammo to use against me, and it would also piss off the people that did give me that information. And then like, we're at the end of the day, we're all playing a game, and how you play it might be different from me, but I can almost guarantee you that if any single one of you were in my position right now, you would not be telling anybody who told you that, because I did get off to a rocky start in this game. I was nominated week 1 because I was inactive. I wasn't active for things that were going on in my house. When I became active, I kind of like really had to like pick up the pace and catch up to everybody else who was already talking and already having conversations with everybody. And it's kind of hard to do that when the entirety of the first week up until the ROI, you weren't talking to anybody because of things going on in your house. And like, I get why you're upset, Prannoy. I understand that, but I have to trust what people told me.
Can I ask you a question really quick? Because,
I'm gonna say after
sorry,
you
James
comment.
you had your hand up first, so I'll let you go. Sorry.
Thank you. I feel like, Nick, we've been in a similar position in some sense. So, with that said, and hearing everything that you've told me, what I'm hearing you say is that either you feel like you need to be protected by this majority, so you don't want to rat on the majority, or you're part of this majority alliance. That's what because you're saying your loyalty is very important to you. You don't want to rat these people out, and you don't want to upset these people. However, either the people are on this call, or there's going to be more people mad at you who are not in the majority for this. Which, I mean, I'm not mad at you. I really do understand where you're coming from, and I really see your side, which is why that's where my, I guess, I could be wrong too. Like, my read could be really wrong. I've been infamous for bad reads. But to me, that's what I'm thinking, because it seems like you said you're in a vulnerable position in this game. You've won 3 comps now. You won an HOH of V. Like, I get where you're coming from. So there would be, in my head, very much use for this majority alliance to use you as a shield, use you as the messenger, and they shoot the messenger. So I think maybe either you are just loyal to this majority because they're pure people, or it's easier to cater to this majority because they have had power and they've had influence, obviously, in this game. And so I understand where you're coming from, and I don't want to push you to say anything. I'm personally not pushing you. I just want to list what I see from my point of view at this point. I think you should do what's best for your game. I really do. But I think the fact that we're all having this call means that the dots are going to start to connect after this moment. So everyone probably needs to choose their next step very carefully.
And if I can add one thing,
You know,
and
I'm now. Yeah.
Nick, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to put you on blast or anything. I just want to hit on like the majority of people not talking to you. I will put it out there. Me and you hadn't talked for the last 10 days until you won Ringmaster, and then I had to reach out to you. And the only other time you reached out to me was when it was convenient for you, whenever you were on the block and I was competing in ROI, and you asked me to use the ROI on you if I won. And we had zero conversation literally before that. And I do understand you had the personal stuff going on ahead of that. So like that does make sense now. But like we still haven't had those conversations. Whereas, to no offense, Jinx, I'll be upfront with you. In my confessionals for the first round, I told the people I thought you hated me and stuff just because we didn't talk. And I found all this stuff. I just thought you didn't like me because we didn't talk. And I love you now.
All of y'all to look at your messages with me and see the timing. I didn't talk to I'm dead ass. Look at them. I didn't talk to anyone for I ain't not person. Y'all, but sorry, Colin, go on.
No, I was just saying, like, Jinx, I love you now. We've had all those awesome conversations, but like Jinx and me have like started talking again, whereas to me and you have had little to zero conversation throughout this game. And through talking with other few people that I do talk to, they say the same thing, that they've had those limited conversations with you, if any. So if there is a majority, they're either lying to me about talking to you, or this majority has started talking to you in like the last week and they're lying to you. I'm basically agreeing with what Jinx is saying right now.
Yeah, it's fine. It's their prerogative. I'm just getting, if anybody has seen Big Brother Canada 7, like I'm just getting major Sam, Corey, and Dan and Dane vibe because of that entire week where Sam was nominated because like Corey was HOH and Dane spread all those lies and Sam went home. So I'm just getting major flashbacks from that. So, and Corey followed Sam the next week. So to the jury house. So if you are fine with allowing yourself believing the information that you have been told, then like more glitter and power to you. So
can I say one? I don't. I just want to say, like, I hadn't heard anything about Pernoi targeting Nick, but who knows? Like, it could be true. Who the heck knows? But if there is someone on this call that is choosing to lie and target people, I think it's pretty telling that the people have been targeted for lies so far, POCs, and it really makes me uncomfortable and bothers me, and I will not be okay with it after the game. But I have to go.
I want to make it very clear and very, like, 100% honest. I did not put Pernoi because it's a POC. As a POC myself, I think that's
lied to you about. I just think it concerns me because I feel like people lied about Jinx earlier, and now always having lies spread about him. And if that is true, because it could be true, but if he didn't, making up lies about something, that really bothers me.
And also, Nick,
no shade, Nick, none to you, literally none to you.
Yeah, no, I see where she's coming from. Also, Nick, you're a person of color too, so you're being lied to. You're the one now who might be the person being perpetuating these lies by other people. So you're as much in that position a little bit, because you're the one also getting this information and basing your game moves off of this.
I'm definitely not. My game moves are very thought out. I definitely think about what I do before I do that.
They're not thought out. I think I admire you in your mind.
Also one thing, Nick, like, again, like, I am never, like, pushing you to reveal the names, but just want to tell you one thing, that if you are being so adamant about not revealing those identities, a lot of people would think that this has been, like, made up by you. People might think that, and then the people that you are trying to protect, they would not have your back. So either two things are happening. Either you are doing this on your own and making up this thing and just telling that people told you, where in reality nobody has told you this, or people have really told you this and they would not have your back. So you staying quiet and protecting them, a lot of us might think that nobody has actually told you this. You are just making this up. Just, like, wanted to put out this theory to you.
And that's fine. They can think whatever they want to, but I think things as well. And I have a mind of my own, and I don't need other people. Like, what y'all aren't understanding is my nominations weren't based solely off of what other people told me. My nominations were based off of what I was already thinking and what people were telling me. And it just so happened that those things seemed to align, and that's what I decided to do. And also going back to, like, me not outing people, first and foremost, why the fuck would I out anybody who seems to be at this point telling me information that's helping me, when, one, I can't compete in the next ringmaster that I'm eligible for, and two, one of the two people I put up are staying and might be in my house. And if they're not in my house, they're voting, which is even more dangerous. Like, I understand why you guys want me to, like, out these people, why you want me to, like, cause this big thing, but, like, I'm not gonna do it. And honestly, it feels like, and I'm not trying to play victim here, like, that's not what I'm doing, but it feels like everybody's, like, not everybody, but, like, there are certain people in this call that are, like, coming at me for, like, playing the game.
But Nick, I have to be upfront with you. I don't feel like you're playing the game. You haven't talked to me at all. Yes, you're winning competitions.
Absolutely.
That's 10%.
Like, you, like,
I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Can I just tell you something, Nick? Like, at least I'm sure that
y'all stop for a second. I think we should try to take a deep breath and, like, chill for a second, because we don't want this to be, like, 4 against 1. We don't have a conversation right now.
Well, I'm telling y'all that's what it feels like, because it's like every time I try and talk, like, I go to talk and somebody be like, I just want to add this. And it's like everybody's coming at me, and it feels very, like, frustrating when I can't get a word in.
It also feels a little bit unfair, because I feel like people are asking you in a public setting to, like, expose your game, and I don't really feel like anybody else has been asked to do that. So.
And I also feel like everybody else in this game wouldn't do that. Like, it's what's so frustrating to me right now, and I'm getting mad and I'm getting really upset, because it feels like all of it's pushed back on me. But if any single one of you were in my position, you would do exactly what I'm doing, which is keeping your mouth shut and not saying a word. It's really frustrating. Colin, the one thing I will say is we have not talked, and I'm sorry about that. That's mostly on me. I do get flustered and shit, and things happen, and when you message me, I just don't get them, or I'll open them and close them because I'm at work or something like that and forget, and that's on me, and I apologize. Anything else that's been said tonight, like, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I'm getting pissed off. I don't give a fuck. I don't. If that sends me out the door, I don't care. I am playing a game. I'm putting my emotions aside. I'm doing what's best for me. And I'm literally trying my hardest to not, like, put emotions into this. Because when I put emotions into my game, it always fucking ruins my game. I can't do that. I'm playing a game with how many other people? 14, what are we at? 15, 14 other people, like, who are all playing like, what y'all don't understand is we are all playing individual games. Jinx is playing a game, Colin's playing a game, Noah's playing a game, Sean's playing a game, Megan's playing a game, Anna's playing a game. Sorry, you guys were the ones on my screen, so that's what I said. Like, we're all playing our own individual game. We all, like, what people don't get is, like, we all have individual connections, and Jinx's connections maybe some, like, to someone maybe similar to my connection to somebody, and they could be lying to one of us, but neither of us will know that until something, like, till we're put up against each other and they have to decide between the two of us, or until they decide who is better for their game. I'm doing what's best for me in this moment right now. And what's best for me in this moment right now is to nominate the two people I did. I won ROI. I'm thinking about what I'm doing with it. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to make sure that my game stays solid next week. I'm done with this week. Like, this week is done for me. I won both the competitions. I did everything I could to make sure that what I wanted happened. And that's all I can do at this point.
I'm sorry I made you feel cornered. I was trying to diffuse it before, but I'm really sorry I made you feel cornered. And I was just...
Yeah, like, I never wanted you to reveal anything, but then just, like, it's like, it's also my week of, like, probably in danger, so I think I also have the prerogative to save myself and fight for my life.
Yeah, I
Also,
feel
y'all
like
know...
the conversation went really the opposite way what everybody intended it to. I think it was supposed to go one way, and then it just completely flipped over. We're driving on the street, we hit some ice, we rolled over a few times.
Well, you also know that I do be saying what's on my mind and stuff, so...
And I'm sorry if I made you feel cornered at all. It's just frustrating for me because I came into this game and tried to play differently, where I just tried to take a step back, and these lies are being said about me. So it's at the point where, like, I'm kind of out there and I don't know what to do either.
And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't hear about, like, the thing with Anna and Colin or whatever, and that didn't, like, off-put me a little bit, and that's kind of why I, like, hesitated to talk to Colin, because I didn't know if that was, because I was like, well, if they're making all of these, like, relationships with people and I'm not one of them, then that's scary. And I just kind of, like, isolated myself from that. If it's a lie, it's a lie, whatever.
Wait, I have something to say on that. I'm so sorry. I know you just said this, but you just said that's the reason you didn't talk to Colin, but you kept talking to me.
Because the thing about that was, before I heard those rumors, I was already talking to you, and I felt like you were somebody that I could talk to on that level and speak to. I didn't have that connection with Colin yet, and I didn't want to make that connection because I was, like, kind of scared of what was going to happen with that. With you, it was like, well, if this is happening, then maybe I have Anna, and she'll be somebody that, like, kind of, like goes to bat for me in, like, any scenario like that. And, like, what people, like, it's so frustrating because it's like, I understand how frustrated everybody else is. I understand people who, like everybody who doesn't know who said what and didn't tell me anything. Like, I get it. I understand that. But at the same time, I'm not going to call out people who have my back right now.
Yeah, no, and Nick, I really am sorry, because I do think you have your own mind. I do think you make your own decisions. I don't think that. When I said I just my head is really was thinking out loud, and I'm really, really sorry I made you feel like you didn't have your own mind, because I was thinking out loud because I'm just perplexed. Like, it's really confusing, and I'm sorry that, like, I guess it got taken out on you, because I really just was just thinking out loud, and I really empathize with you, and I empathize with literally everyone who, like, in the situation, because I just think, I mean, it's Big Brother thing. We're playing our own games, and that's like I said, this is Big Brother. It's just like, I guess, I mean, like I said, I've played the game before of spreading rumors and lies, so I get both sides where you're playing the game. This is your game. I mean, for the person who's doing this is brilliant because either they're in here getting all the information or they're not, and they caused all of this. So I see, like, on a game level, like, I'm gonna look back, but I'm really sorry, like, that I made it seem like I wasn't listening or hearing you. So I'm really sorry about that. Or making you feel back in the corner.
I just want to make light of the situation. Look what this rat Christopher took of me. What a fucking rat.
I'm just mad that I didn't get the snap.
Nah, but Nick, I'll echo everything Jinx said. If I made you feel uncomfortable or cornered, I do apologize. Wasn't my intentions. It's just I saw an opportunity where like we could finally get to the bottom of this, and I just jumped it. So I do apologize on that. But like I said, and I'll say it again, it's just frustrating whenever there's these lies out there and there's a chance to get to the bottom of it, and we can't as a group. But like I do understand in your position, you're trying to do what's right for you, and you are your own independent person, independent player, and you're doing what's best for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop out, but like, thank you everyone for hearing me out. I really appreciate it. Bye.
Oh no, now my mom's saying fuck off. Now me hearing it through my headset.
Chiefs fans, right?